It's Thursday, November 21st, and this is now on HNN.
Well, we're starting to see a trend here. Surfers going for big turns on the inside section and getting absolutely destroyed.
Dangerously large surf is rolling into the north and west facing shores of the island.
Be careful when you paddle out. Things can change quickly.
Do you want to come? No? You don't want to walk out and surrender?
The standoff between police and anti-government protesters inside a Hong Kong university appears to be inching closer to an end as more demonstrators surrender.
The protesters have been spotted and must come up with a new plan.
From an overheard phone call with the president to a warning about conspiracy theories. I'm Katherine Johnson on Capitol Hill with day 5 of public testimony in the impeachment inquiry.
And did you have trouble logging into Netflix? The streaming service was flooded with complaints this morning. These stories and more coming up on This Is Now. Hey, let's get you live outside to the North Shore. Check out Pipeline, a large lineup there as the surf's rolling in. Those guys are having fun, but it is some dangerous conditions.
Yep, we have some big surf rolling into north and west facing shores across the state. A high surf warning has been issued for Oahu, Kauai, and Ihau, while Maui, Molokai, and the Big Island are under a high surf advisory. The warnings and advisories are in effect until 6 p.m. tonight, and forecasters say surf will reach 30 feet in some areas, so expect dangerous ocean conditions like powerful breaking waves and strong rip currents.
All right, looking fun out there.
I know.
But I know you got to be careful. You know what? The Hawaiian Pro is going on a little bit down the road from there at Pipeline. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like they had some good action out there this morning as well.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, I gathered some sound from the live feed. Let's check it out.
Holding Michelle Perez off that last wave. Big backside snap. Airdrop almost hangs on. So, well, we're starting to see a trend here. Surfers going for big turns on the inside section and getting absolutely destroyed. We saw it about 5 times in that last heat, Ross.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. It's a daunting task. The waves are 10 to 12 feet Hawaiian style. So what does that mean? I don't know, three times overhead. Yeah, there's probably close to 20-foot faces out there. So it's a weird equation to say, hey, fellas, please go hit the lip out there. By the way, good luck. Don't risk your life, survive, but hit the lip.
I love those commentators.
Mm-hmm. So you can see it's difficult for the professionals. So leave the big waves up to the professionals. If you're not so experienced, maybe stay out.
Yeah, definitely. Heed caution there when you're heading out to the North Shore. Just take in the beauty. Mm-hmm. All right, we got some new video in from some news from in Thailand. Mm-hmm. I want to play this video for you. And for our listeners at home, what you're hearing, that's not a jingle bells noise. That's actually, there was an earthquake there in Thailand, and what you're hearing is a chandelier rattling. Check that out.
Yeah, the 6.1 magnitude quake struck between northern Thailand and Laos, and it caused high rises in Bangkok and Hanoi in Vietnam to sway for half a minute. And of course, that freaked residents out. The U.S. Geological Survey says the quake was about 6 miles below the surface, and there was never a tsunami threat.
That sound, it does sound like jingle bells or something. That chandelier is just, the glass is hitting each other there, those little pendulums. All right, more news from the Asia Pacific.
That's right. In Hong Kong, police appear to be waiting for the standoff with pro-democracy protesters to run its course. About 1,000 demonstrators have left Polytechnic University. They were either arrested or turned over to their parents. Anna Corin takes us inside.
After days trapped inside Hong Kong's Polytechnic University, a group of protesters search the campus looking for a way to escape. As they dash into a doorway, police shine their spotlights. The protesters have been spotted and must come up with a new plan. Another group make a run for it. But within seconds, they are chased down by riot police, who have surrounded the campus, waiting to arrest anyone who dares escape. Police have called on all remaining protesters to surrender. Approximately 1,000 have turned themselves in, including 300 minors. Among the dozens refusing to leave is 20-year-old Winnie. It's not her real name. She's asked us not to reveal her identity. She's physically and mentally exhausted, but won't give up.
Why won't you surrender?
Because so many people like me, they sacrifice their life, but they will say, doesn't matter, because I love Hong Kong. So I want to stand for them or maybe to support them.
But within half an hour,
How are you feeling?
Just
You tired?
my lawyer is outside to waiting me because
Winnie has changed her mind. She's decided to surrender. Her 18-year-old teammate decides to join her, but as we start to leave, we come across another protester.
Do you want to come? No? You don't want to walk out and surrender?
No surrender.
As we walk across the trashed campus littered with debris from the siege, Winnie asked me to contact her lawyer, terrified of what will happen next.
maybe you give your phone number to my lawyer, then my lawyer
Okay.
will tell you where I am safe.
All right.
Lawyers, teachers and social workers have been granted access to the remaining protesters, many pleading with authorities to be lenient.
They should understand these are young people. So no matter what, even though they've done something wrong, even though they think that they should be arrested, I hope the police can be restrained.
Two other protesters join Winnie and her friend as they are escorted off the university grounds by legal representatives. Spent and defeated, they navigate the countless bricks, nails and broken glass littering the road, which days ago was ground zero of the Hong Kong protest movement. Police now wait on the other side. After a brief search, they're arrested, expected to be charged with rioting, an offence that carries a maximum sentence of 10 years. A generation of Hong Kong youth potentially facing a future behind bars. Anna Corrin, CNN, Hong Kong.
Such a sensitive situation in Hong Kong. And, you know, a lot of those people are so young, and I'm sure their parents are worried about them too.
Yeah, and more heartbreaking news coming to us right here touching the Big Island.
That's right. We just learned a Big Island man who has been serving in Afghanistan was killed in a chopper crash, and we have Lacey Denise with the latest on that.
The Department of Defense has identified a Hawaii Island man as one of 2 service members killed in a helicopter crash in Afghanistan. They say Chief Warrant Officer Kirk T. Fujikami Jr. of Kia'ao was killed yesterday in Lagar Province. The 25-year-old was providing security for troops on the ground. Fujikami was stationed out of Fort Hood as an Apache helicopter pilot. The Taliban claimed to have shot down the helicopter, but the U.S. military said that was untrue and said the crash was caused by a technical problem with the aircraft. Officials say Fujikami entered active duty in May of 2017 and just deployed to Afghanistan last month. His awards and decorations include the Bronze Star Medal, the Air Medal, and Combat Action Badge. Fujikami's wife, Mackenzie, posted about her husband on her Facebook page saying, quote, "He was and is a strong, courageous soldier and loyal husband. 8 months of marriage with him was the best months of my life."
And Hawaii Senator Brian Schatz released the following statement on the death of Fujikami, saying, quote, "His death is a loss that will be felt across the Big Island and the state of Hawaii, and as a nation, we will always remember his sacrifice."
Let's get you live out to Washington right now, where I believe the time is now 4:48. A sun is setting on an autumn evening and just wrapped up another day of testimony.
That's right. The final public House impeachment hearing for the week is winding down after testimony from an official at the U.S. Embassy in Ukraine and a former top Russia aide from the White House. Katherine Johnson reports.
I had firsthand knowledge regarding certain events.
David Holmes, a staffer at the U.S. Embassy in Ukraine, said he came forward with his recollection of a phone call between President Trump and EU Ambassador Gordon Sondland after hearing criticism. Other witnesses had only offered secondhand accounts.
You heard President Trump ask Ambassador Sondland, is he going to do the investigation?
Yes, sir.
President Trump pushed back on Twitter. "Never have I been watching a person making a call, which was not on speakerphone, and been able to hear or understand a conversation." Former top Russia aide for the White House, Fiona Hill, cautioned Republicans on the panel against pushing conspiracy theories.
I refuse to be part of an effort to legitimize an alternate narrative that the Ukrainian government is a US adversary and that Ukraine, not Russia, attacked us in 2016.
Both witnesses expressed concerns over the administration's dealings with Ukraine. Holmes said it should have been evident to officials from both countries. Military aid and a White House meeting were contingent on Ukraine announcing the investigations President Trump wanted.
There was nodding agreement. So did I go through every single word in the call? No, because everyone by that point agreed. It was obvious what the president was pressing for.
We aren't finished yet.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi hinted there could be more witnesses. Republicans and the president say the summary of his July 25th call with the Ukrainian president outweighs witness testimony. Katherine Johnson, CBS News, Washington.
All right, let's get you outside right now. This is Aloha Tower. We're seeing a little haze out there right now. The heat is what's an issue. And you know what? Billy V is in for a guy today. He's going to tell us just how hot it's going to get despite that little bit of haze out there. Here's Billy.
But how hot is it going to be? Well, let's first of all tell you what it was like yesterday. It was warm. 85 degrees in Lihue, Honolulu 90, Hilo 85. But that was the records in the past. And these are the records, the temperatures for yesterday. So 92 on Maui, that beat the record of 91 back in 1992. So, and we're expecting another warm day for Kahului, Maui today. So let's go ahead and we'll start with Kauai first and tell you that the Kauai forecast, few splashes, leeward sunshine, 50% chance of rain there with the east winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Maui County, that's going to be the warm spot. You see Kahului is slated for 90, could be a little bit warmer, but once again, a few windward and Mauka showers, few there. For Oahu, the forecast calls for easterly winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Your daytime high going to be about 88 degrees around the noontime, and they'll start to cool down as you get into the evening hours.
All right, when's winter coming?
Soon, December 21st.
It's been so hot this year. I mean, we've done the stories that are posted on our website right
yeah.
now. On
all
the
those records. Mm-hmm.
It's insane.
I know.
It's insane.
It'll be nice once winter's here.
All right. Let's go to a different story. Everyone's Netflix hooked. I am. And I think I might have been impacted by this next story, actually.
Well, because you were up so late trying to watch it.
Yeah, I was trying to watch The Crown last night, and my Netflix wouldn't work.
Yep, that's because problems were first reported around 4 a.m. Hawaii time. Netflix had a brief outage this morning. The company had more than 1,100 reports in half an hour. The company says some subscribers were unable to use the streaming service for about 2 hours, but the problem has since been fixed. It did not say what caused the issue or how widespread it was, but it kept you from your crown.
I know. Episode 5. I'm already on it. It just came out on Sunday. A little bit of a binge watch going on here. I need to cut back, so Netflix just doing its thing, making me do the right thing, I guess.
I've been playing around with Disney Plus.
Oh, really? You got it?
I did.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah,
what movies have you watched?
A lot of the Marvels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't go right for The Little Mermaid? Or?
No. That's probably next.
It's coming.
Yeah.
You got all weekend. All right, switching gears. A Korean boy band making headlines.
Yeah, I haven't heard of these guys, but apparently they're really popular.
Oh, they're huge.
Okay.
They're huge.
I trust you. BTS, so apparently they may be forced to take a break from music to serve their country. The South Korean government says members of the boy band will not be exempt from serving in the military. Over there, it's required by law. Yeah. All men must register by the time they're 28 years old. So all 7 members of BTS are in their 20s right now, and fans hope the singers would qualify for an exemption that excuses some artists and musicians from serving. But the length of time one must serve is at least 2 years right now, but apparently that's going to be reduced to 18 months.
Gotcha. All right. Another celebrity update. Well, soon to be celebrity, I should say. We got a local guy making a splash or making an appearance competing in an NBC show right here on KHNO.
Yeah, it's called Making It, and this is Matt Kavika Ortiz from Honolulu. He is one of the 10 talented makers competing to impress the expert judges in a variety of crafting challenges. Ortiz is a muralist, surfer, skater, and a father of a 3-year-old boy and a native Hawaiian. He says he draws upon his culture to influence much of his artwork. We have a clip of the show that NBC provided.
Right off the bat, this rocks. Can I jump in there real quick?
We can rock and talk. Matt, well done. Talk about a level up from the faster craft.
Thank you.
This looks so, oh, sorry, you lost him.
Oh, no.
We lost him.
Grandpa! Grandpa, we're judging! Grandpa, we're judging!
It works. The most important thing about the rocking chair was my memories that I have
of holding my son, trying to put him to sleep.
This is an heirloom piece. This is a piece that your son is going to want to have, and then his kids.
I'm getting chills. I'm thinking about your son in this chair.
Or maybe holding his own kid. Yeah.
Also be holding his
Well done.
Yeah, beautiful work.
Let's burn it. I got the match.
Awesome, Matt. I think he's gonna do well.
Oh, that chair was beautiful.
Ron Swanson might not have liked it too much, but I liked it. You know, I've actually seen some of this guy's work at Surf Jack and around Kaka'ako. Really cool stuff. It's got like a really, I mean, he uses his wood grains a lot and natural colors, and I really enjoyed looking at it.
Yeah, so his studio here is called Wooden Wave. They're known for their whimsical murals of sustainable tree houses, which can be visited across the nation. And Ortiz's artwork has actually been featured in the Smithsonian and other art venues around the world. So he's a super talented guy. I'm sure he's going to do great on this show.
Yeah, we wish him the absolute best.
Yeah.
Cool, that's coming up in December. So watch it here on HNN, guys. All right, next story, a new segment we might be calling Happening Meow.
This is all for Jonathan.
Yeah, I like cats. All right,
this is a crazy story.
This is nuts.
Yeah, so a woman found 2 kittens next to a dead adult feline in Argentina and took the kittens home to care for them. Unfortunately, one of them didn't survive, but the male kitten named Tito was healthy. So the woman took Tito to a vet a couple months later for a checkup, but the vet said Tito wasn't a normal cat. So the woman was given the number to a nature reserve, and they confirmed Tito was a Puma jaguarundi, which is a small wild cat native to American territories from Arizona to Argentina, and he was eventually returned to his native habitat.
Oh my goodness, I'd keep it, but I know it needs to go back home to its...
He would grow up and eat you, Jonathan.
Probably, okay, we're gonna play this sound one more time. Listen to this, listen to this. Oh, it sounds like a little bird. It's so, for radio listeners, our iTunes, we're on iTunes and Google Play now. You're hearing that sound, and that's actually the little puma's meow. We're gonna leave you here with this adorable video today on This Is Now. Thank you guys so much for watching us. We'll be back here for your Aloha Friday!
Woo-hoo! Have a great Thursday, everyone.